So I'll be the first to admit I'm obsessed. I love being outside, dirt under my nails. I start out with gloves. I don't know where they wind up. And I work until it's dark or until the weather doesn't permit. And so, you see, I was out there. I was trying. You see my glasses. But I love it, y'all. I garden in Zone B, 5B, 6A. So they switched it up on me a little bit. It's an actual thunderstorm out here, but I'm under my awning from my front door. But I just wanted to show you my garden. And I wanted to share it with you because I'm so proud of it. After a day of gardening, what could be better than a good rain? And this is a good rain. Big drops. Soil penetrating, root quenching rain. My containers this year have green mountain boxwood, pansy, a sprig of heuchera bloom, silver dichondra falls, this bed has alternating bulbo hydrangea and calamint and is lined with Dolce spearmint heuchera. I put my containers on Lazy Susans. It makes deadheading so much easier and making sure that everything gets the right sun exposure. I love this view down my little courtyard. It just looks so lush to me. It's such a small garden, but I chose plants that I love, so it always gives me so much joy. So my next video will be the installment of my window boxes, plants in my window boxes. And then down at the far corner is my Baptisia transplant. It's only been in for 1 year. It was not in the right place, so the transplant was easier because that taproot didn't get very long. And I just love this dappled willow. I got it 50% off last fall because it was late in the season. So I'm really happy to see it did really well. And then I also planted 6 arborvitae underneath our geranium. And that tuxedo white gila just takes my breath away. It is full of blooms. The theme in this little area are very light colored blooms. This is what it looked like before I knew what I wanted. Now I have a Miss Kim Standard, wee white hydrangea. That is a loosestrife right there. It's taken over. Anywhere there is no landscaping fabric or plastic, those loosestrife are trying to grow, but I didn't know what I wanted there, so I covered it with mulch and landscaping fabric and figured either it was going to stay that way or eventually I'd figure out what I wanted and I could just cut a hole and put in what I wanted. And that's what I did there. So pretty. I love the silver of those heuchera leaves. And these are some of the happiest pansies ever. Look at that face. Anyway, this boxwood looks like it may need some iron. I put some rock cress in this container a couple weeks ago. I'm assuming it will be full and beautiful next year. If it takes in this container. But I do love the cascading habit of it. The calamint is so pretty, so fresh. And then I have a little seed-in bed. I just wanted something low maintenance that was going to fill that little corner. There's also some blue fescue back there. Hope it's not too wet here for it. On the other side is a new bed. It's my second year with this bed. I put everything in it. And I'm just gonna see what works and what doesn't. My pride and joy is this, I think it's about 14 feet smoke bush. It was gifted to me by my mom 3 years ago. And it was tiny. And now it is giving me enough dappled shade to plant these beautiful Vision Astilbe. There's also brand new Prince Ivory hellebores under there. These are getting just the right amount of sun, just the right amount of shade. I'm also very excited about the 3 hydrangea that are popping up under there. The chartreuse of that barberry is just wonderful, and I had to be a savage with that catmint, chop it in half and make room for this mock orange. It should get to be around 4 to 5 feet wide and tall, so it'll take up that space and give me some beautiful white blooms. I love the contrast of the white blooms with these deeply saturated colors. The coolness of the silver mound artemisia. Right there. There's also the Caryopteris that gives a beautiful busy bee blue. It's such a beautiful plant. And then the black and blue salvia. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful plant. That fescue looks really good in there. There's the beekeeper again. The iris, the salvia, the gay feather, liatris. And then there's also the bleeding heart, dicentra. There's some denim and lace Russian sage in there. And the perfect place for some more astilbe or hellebores. There's Carl Forrester grass and a dwarf Joe Pye weed right there. So as everything comes in and fills out, I move it around. If it was a good idea, I keep it there or plant more. This bed doesn't have a distinct shape yet. It's ever-changing as I learn about the sun exposure for this particular section of my property. The irises always show out. They get full sun right here. so they always give a breathtaking show. I am trying a sedum hedge with a Juga ground cover, Japanese forest grass. And then I thoroughly thatched this side, or both sides of the lawn, and we'll be working on filling that in and getting that lush. There is a petite knockout rose bush right here in red. I just got the red because it matches the other side. And then the rosy lights azaleas, impatiens. And we're going to be enjoying these beautiful red roses that I inherited with this house. It was very small. I thought, on its way out. But I pruned and I fed as best I could. And it's going up this trellis very nicely. And then here we are in the back with a close-up of the Baptisia with amazing smelling white lavender. It's unlike anything I've ever smelled before. Here's a moonflower that will take over this entire area. So I have to keep after it so everyone can have their day in the sun. The sedum, it just took over, and I love it. That rock cress needs to take a note from that sedum and fill in all around that corner. White wands, Veronica. Sedum on the floor there. And then there's our yellow miniature rose bush right there. Trader Joe's. And I really enjoy the fullness. I tried to create a fullness. I don't know what's going on with that little white wands, but that was a pink rose from Trader Joe's as well, right there by the rocks. I just planted the cat's pajamas nepeta, that is blue fescue, and the Walker's Low, that meant it can get as wild as it wants right there. Again, the moonflower. And this bed is where I have my dianthus in its prettiest pinks and red, complementing my window box or my air conditioner box. There are varieties of sedum and catmint, loosestrife, my ornamental grasses. And there's a hydrangea. Behind it are the drumstick allium. I can't wait to see how that blooms. And here I left some natural grass for the honeybees. I think these colors together are so beautiful. So beautiful. Some more fescue. Some more sedum. There's a red twig dogwood in the back. And I don't know if I killed the hydrangea in that container. I think I did. But I'm gonna hold on to hope. More sedum. There's so many beautiful color variations and textures in that genus. I just put them all together just so we could see the difference. Now I love this little Gaura right here. It's not supposed to be hardy in my zone, but this is my second year with it. I do put a styrofoam cover over it, but it likes that spot. These are arborvitae that I planted 10 years ago, and they are flanked by flare hydrangea. I got those for I think like $4 a piece from Walmart on clearance. They were just thirsty and needed some TLC. And I fed them this year, so I hope they look more like this. Right here by this metal spiky sculpture that needs to be repositioned is a hibiscus. I forget the name of it, but it has huge hot pink blooms. And then here, I absolutely love Artemisia in the silver mound form. It's so fluffy and it grows very, very well under this evergreen tree. So my container garden, there are ferns, painted ferns, Boston ferns. There are corabels or heuchera that came back second year, a stilbe that came back. And I didn't garage them, I just left those containers there. This bed is giving me joy. The vine is what's the name? Clematis. And I love the purple of the catmint. Whether it gets a lot of sun or not, it's always going to give you a bloom. So it's not going to get a whole lot of sun back there, but it will make its presence known. Then against the garage are more Prince Ivory hellebores, heuchera, goat's beard, hosta. The garden looks so pretty after rain. Look at those textures. Oh, it's gorgeous. Painted fern, more hosta. This star jasmine clematis. It's so lush and it flowers beautifully at the end of summer with white blooms against that dark color of the garage. It's just a sight to be seen. So here we are, the end of my video. I'm just gonna pan back and forth and look at all the projects that I have in my head that have yet to be done. I need to seal my fountain. I need to put in some pavers to make some paths in my patio. I want to upgrade the air conditioner cage. I want a new look for that. This is the view from out of my dressing room onto my yard. And I just think the river rock, because it's river rock, looks prettier when it's wet, and it just gives the whole look what I wanted, you know. So I'm really proud to share this with you. And if you have any questions about anything I've done, or if you have any suggestions for anything that would enhance the look, I mean, I have ideas for like right in there by that little statue of the guy taking a nap. I'm gonna put some plumbago in there, or some color ground cover, or maybe just some different sedum. I don't know. What do you think? And then I have to do those planters there. Get the pergola together for the season. So I have a lot of stuff to do, but it just makes me so happy to mess around in my little playpen. I feel like once I put the fence around my property, because every once in a while there was a stray dog that would, you know, or a stray person in the neighborhood that would just walk through my yard. But now that the fence is up, it's more secure for me, and I just make it my little oasis in the city. So my friends, holla at me, come, let's do a barbecue. And yeah, like and comment and share and subscribe, because it'll give me the motivation to get my projects done by recording them. All right, y'all. Peace.